In the bustling city of Atlanta, basketball fans have been buzzing with excitement over the electrifying performances of Trae Young, the star point guard of the Atlanta Hawks. With his lightning-fast crossovers, deadly accurate shooting, and unparalleled court vision, Trae has become the driving force behind the Hawks' recent success. But as the team approaches the critical juncture in its future, with decisions looming out Trae's contract extension and the direction of the franchise, the stakes have never been higher. In this video, we'll take a deep dive into Trae Young's rise to stardom, his impact on the Hawks, and the tough choices facing the team as they plot their course forward. Many individuals would want us to think that the trade rumours surrounding Trae Young are true. It's uncommon for other journalists to come up and deny a huge scoop, but The Ringer cited league sources as slating the Hawks. Font management has ownership's okay to do anything it wants, including exploring trade possibilities involving all-star point guard Trae Young. Reporters in Atlanta immediately began saying things like, two phrases that should never go together with credibility, The Ringer and Trae Young. I can't even begin to describe how absurd it is to witness reporters squabbling like that. The Hawks owner, when questioned by The Athletic about Trae's future, said, "I don't answer the door or close the door to any personnel." Strangely, he didn't stop there. When questioned about all of this, Trae himself did not either. He said, "I'm not sure, it could be real or it might be untrue. You just can't be sure." Do you recall the most recent trade rumour that Luka had? In front of the press, he promptly cut it off. For whatever reason, the Hawks supporters seem very fearful of criticising Trae Young. They instantly react angrily or lash out, and it seems that this affects their local media. Even though it's quite clear that Trae's future's in jeopardy, they won't admit it. All of this, though, is related to a threat Trae made in 2021 earlier this year. The Bucks defeated the Hawks in the Eastern Conference Finals. People at the time said it was an accident since they had a simple run. The Sixers collapsed on a national television with Ben Simmons playing, and the Knicks were a poor 4th seed. The Hawks, though, took offence. That was no accident. Next up is us. The Heat outscored them by 61 points in the first round, and they were eliminated. Consequently, a bad reputation spread then when they had a sluggish start this year. According to Yahoo, Trae may ask for a trade if the club doesn't make progress throughout the playoffs. The Hawks then responded, "Oh yeah? Are you considering asking for a trade? Not if we first trade you." There are 3 clubs. I believe will contact Trae if that occurs. Chime is the day's sponsor, but first, it helps to have solid credit. I recently had my first child, and wow, when I tell you that's pricey. Additionally, you may begin establishing credit with your funds by making on-time payments and modest ordinary expenditures like groceries, steaming, members, and petrol using the Chime Secured Credit Builder Visa credit card. Members often notice a 30-point improvement in their credit score to assist you in gradually building your credit. Chime submits your payment to the main credit agencies. Additionally, there are no application fees, significant security deposits, or yearly fees. So begin using Chime to make your financial goals a reality. It simply takes 2 minutes to sign up, and it has no impact on your credit score. Start at chime.com/AM hoops to begin going. According to a license from Visa UK, Stride Bank issuing the Chime Credit Builder Visa credit card. To be eligible for the secured Chime Credit Builder Visa credit card, you must have a time checking account and a $200 qualifying direct deposit. According to a survey by Experian, users of Credit Builder saw an average of 30-point rise in their FICO score following 8 months of consistent on-time payments. Results that might vary. For more information, visit chime.com. Except for MoneyPass ATMs inside 7-Elevens and ATMs operated by Allpoint or the Visa Plus Alliance. Out-of-network ATM withdrawal fees could be charged. Don't be misled, however, despite all of these problems, Trae remains a top offensive talent. Not only does the guy average over 26 points each game, but he also has some sort of NBA's best passing skills. It may work if the appropriate teammates are around you. It's still odd that other NBA players chose him as the East's 12th best guard. But hey, the Hawks have been working pretty hard. In 2020 and 2022, they were the champions of the offseason. 2 coaches were sacked by the Hawks because Trae had issues with them. Quinn Snyder, a very accomplished head coach, was then acquired, but it seems like Trae's influence inside the company is waning at the moment. On draft night, Travis Schleck, the previous general manager, exchanged Luka for Trae, anything he could do to help Trae Young succeed, but it has nothing to do with the new GM. He is unconcerned. Additionally, the new coach was granted a 5-year contract, which tells Trae that he is no longer in charge. This is precisely what Shams is saying in his most recent report. You must learn to work with this guy or you're out. DeJounte Murray was acquired by the Hawks, but Trae has scarcely altered. Trae often stands in the corner or is around 30 feet away from the action when DeJounte has the ball, even though it's precisely what you would expect DeJounte to begin off with. He seldom ever shoots catch-and-shoot threes. Listen to how bizarre Shams' words are. However, I'm informed that the Hawks are continuing to pay careful attention to Trae Young's daily obligations and habits on and off the court, as well as what he is prepared to do to be a leader and what it takes to be one. And there have been unanswered doubts about his leadership and his daily devotion. I suppose Sean just detests Trae Young as well. Hawks supporters? What about the recent anonymous survey in which other NBA players deemed Trae to be far off the most overrated player? You're in denial if you can't see that there is actual smoke here. It makes me think of how much Tim Duncan situations in San Antonio. Greg Popovich would find something to shout at Tim for on the first day of training camp. What will this happen next? Boston has the opportunity to sweep the Hawks to give him and Quinn Snyder a chance to collaborate. I could see Trae being traded as soon as this offseason, but I think he'll be on this club next year. Despite continuing to enjoy NBA's number 7 offense, Trae's team defense is now ranked at 22nd out of 30 teams. Their highest performance, which was the year they advanced to the conference finals, was 18th. DeAndre Hunter's performance has fallen short of expectations. Minnesota is the first prospective team. Karl Anthony Towns is exchanged for Trae Young in a one-for-all deal, with Rudy Gobert in the middle and Jaden Daniels on the wings. The Wolves' defense is really in the top 10 this season. Mike Conley is getting older and the club performed well this year without Cat, so they need a point guard. Cat doesn't improve Atlanta's defense, but his height at 7 feet makes him less of a problem in the paint. The Raptors are the second of the 3 teams, and they have a lot of long and athletic players surrounding Trae. Trae is a good point guard if Fred VanVleet decides to leave. The Miami Heat is the 3rd team. They exchanged 3 first-round selections, Duncan Robinson and Tyler Herro. Tyler Herro, who plays for the Hawks more effectively, makes up the majority of Trae's scoring. Trae is surrounded by defenders in Miami, including Jimmy Butler and Bam Adebayo, but he provides them the offensive boost they need to win the playoff series. What do you think the Hawks should do with Trae Young? Do you think they should keep him and build around him or trade for defensive assets? Leave your thoughts in the comments below and don't forget to like and subscribe for more NBA content. Thanks for watching, guys. Have a great day. Bye for now.